Hello, welcome to my channel. Today we're looking at an unidentified male and a missing person case. So we have an unidentified male, estimated date of death 1920 to 1955. Discovered May 10th, 1986 in Oregon. Possible suicide. Estimated age 30 to 55 years old, 5'7" to 5'9". And then the things that they found with him I think are also is what helps make it interesting. Remnants of leather high top style shoes, a yellow metal plated Sears and Roebuck pocket watch, a wired rimmed glasses. So you get a sense of what he might look like, carrying around a pocket watch. Wired rimmed glasses, 4 brass tokens bearing the letters D and PAV, nickel dated 1888, a penny dated 1919, a penknife with the insignia FOE, Fraternal Order of Eagles, a silver wall Eversharp mechanical pencil. A rusted revolver was also located near the remains with one spent cartridge case under the hammer. The victim's extremely degraded skeletal remains were discovered off of Forest Road in the Tualatin Mountains. The remains appear to have been exposed for a long period of time. And forgive me if I didn't pronounce that name right, of the mountains. So then I'm looking going, did they have anybody missing in 1920 to 1955 listed as missing in Oregon? And that would have been 30 to 55 years old, 5'7" to 5'9", with wire rimmed glasses. And they did have this man, but he didn't go missing till 1958. He was 5'10", which is an inch taller than the 5'9", and he's 54, and that says 55. So, and he was last seen in Portland, Oregon, missing since December 7th, 1958. And this is also an interesting case. He was 5'10", 185 to 200 pounds. His nickname was Ken. His name was Kenneth Martin. Tan zip-up jacket, dark-colored slacks. Kenneth and Barbara Martin and their 3 daughters, Barbie, Virginia, and Susan. I wonder if they have photos. I didn't open these, but I'll open them real quick. When I say real quick, I mean if my computer will allow it. Anyway, Virginia and Susan in their 9-passenger cream and red 1954 Ford sedan station wagon, there's the license plate number, on December 7th, 1958, on a trip to the Columbia Gorge to collect Christmas greenery to decorate their home on Northeast 57th Avenue in Portland. They never made it home. They never came back. There is a picture of his wife and a description. Nickname Barbie BB. Wow. And let's see. And there is a photo of this one daughter, Barbara Martin. So there's some photos. So let's see what else it says. The Martins had bought 5 gallons of gasoline at a service station at Cascade Locks the day they disappeared. The attendant said it was late in the afternoon. The Martins were also seen leaving a Hood River restaurant in the late afternoon, heading west back to Portland. The search began when Kim Martin, an employee of an electric company, failed to report to work on December 9th, 1958. Police said the Martins had no financial problems and seemed to have no dark personal secrets. A day after their disappearance, a stolen white Chevrolet was found east of the Cascade Locks. Close by, someone else found a stolen .38 Colt Commander automatic. 2 ex-convicts in the area were arrested for car theft. Investigation files revealed the gun that was found had been stolen from Meyer and Frank. It is unknown if the events are related. In February 1959, a searcher discovered one-way tire tracks leading off a cliff. above the Columbia River near the Dells. And I could be pronouncing that wrong as well. The tracks matched the tires on the Ford. In early May 1959, a river drilling rig hooked something heavy and metal on its anchor. Before it could be brought to the surface, it fell loose from the anchor. It was near the site where the tire tracks had been found. The next couple of days, the bodies of the two youngest Martin girls, Virginia, aged 12, and Susan, aged 10, were found downstream in the Columbia near Bonneville Dam. They had drowned. A series of clues, some perhaps not relating to the disappearance, led investigators to think the family either accidentally had driven into the river at the Cascade Locks or had met with foul play, been abducted and pushed in their car off a cliff near the Dells. In 1959, an attempt was made to search the Cascade Locks, but when the diver nearly lost his life, the dive was stopped. Police agencies had run out of money, and diving equipment was primitive in 1959. No search of the river in the Dells was made. The investigation was closed. So that would be a really good and interesting place for someone to go diving, because then they would be able to solve this case from all the way back to 1958 and find out whose remains, if any remains, are in the vehicle or anything like that. So I thought, well, that's a really interesting case. And I don't know if there was snow or ice on the road, and if they accidentally went off the road, or what might have happened to them, because that's the information that we're given. So I thought, well, I'll do a short video, not a long one, on this, so that you can be introduced to it. And maybe later, I'll do a more interesting video just on the family and what happened, if I can find some interesting pieces. Anyway, if you have any information regarding any of these cases, please contact authorities and give them the information. Maybe you gave them the information years ago, but it's different investigators, or it wasn't computerized and they don't have the information anymore. Maybe you've been talking to family and loved ones over the years that drink and talk, and you have information from them and you feel like, oh, it's hearsay and maybe I shouldn't tell somebody else. But you're not going to court, you're just helping them solve a case, and you can let them decide if they feel it's relevant or important. And that way you don't have the burden of stressing out whether you should tell somebody or not, because that way you can just tell them and give them that information. Anyway, please feel free to leave comments, and thank you so much for tuning in. Have a great day. Bye-bye.